The 90s was a remarkable decade for Middlesbrough Football Club. 4 Wembley Cup finals, 3 promotions, 2 relegations and a new stadium. It was a truly dramatic era as Borough emerged from their humble beginnings at Ayresome Park. The story begins with the ZDS Cup and Borough's bid to reach their first Wembley Cup final. A 2-1 lead from the first leg at Villa Park was wiped out early in the second half, setting up an exciting finish.
Here's Price with the 1-2. Price gets it back again. Here's the cross. Oh, and that's a good cross. And Pears under pressure on his line there. Had no alternative but to tip the ball over the crossbar. And that's a corner to Villa on the far side. So Cowans, who takes probably all of Villa's set pieces. Up go the heads. And that's a goal for Aston Villa, and those Villa fans are delighted. Let's have a look at it again. Here's the corner coming across from Gordon Cowans into the near post. Up go the heads, the back header there. And there's number 14, Stuart Gray, getting there before Steve Pears. And that's Middlesbrough 2, Aston Villa 2 on aggregate. The first goal of the night, of course, and that could be oh so important to the destiny of this game. Slaven for Borough. The ball curls in, oh, and the challenge is going. Price on Ian Baird, and let's have a look at it again. Excitement at both ends with Stuart Gray scoring. No, in fact, it was Paul Kerr going in with the challenge, but Spink drops the ball, and Price happy to follow the ball wide. But now Borough bring it forward again through Parkinson. Here's Slaven. Borough looking for a goal from him now. Curls the ball across. Here's a substitute, Davenport. Here's Kerr. Oh, inches away, Paul Kerr. Tony Mowbray still occupying a position in the 18-yard box. So is Simon Coleman. Proctor's second corner. Up goes Mowbray with the header. There's Baird with the touch. There's Davenport. Here's Slaven. And that's the goal for Middlesbrough. An equaliser for Middlesbrough on the night there, ahead again on aggregate, and once again Slaven climbs the fences to milk the applause of the crowd. Let's have a look at that again. The corner comes in from Proctor. It was a header forward by Mowbray. Beard's shot came off a Villa player. It fell to Davenport. His shot was controlled by Slaven and shot high into the net. 102 minutes on the watch. Bernie Slaven's 24th goal of the season. On the night, it's Middlesbrough 1, Aston Villa 1. Davenport, Slaven, Proctor, and confident stuff being played by Middlesbrough now. Here's another powerful run forward by Parkinson. This is McGee. McGee inside the box. Ball runs off the legs of McGrath, but McGee's got a second bite of the cherry. The ball runs across. Here's Davenport, edge of the box. Will he try a shot? He'll try and find room for a shot, and does a lovely turn. Oh, and that was delightful work by Peter Davenport there. But Stuart Gray tidies up for Aston Villa. Tremendous work by Peter Davenport. Parkinson's ball forward. Looking again for Davenport, and the ball kept in. Davenport with McGrath. Former colleagues, of course, at Old Trafford, but Davenport wins it away from McGrath and wins a corner. Another £750,000 fee from Old Trafford to Ayresome Park in November '88. Oh, and there's another goal for Borough out of the blue. Paul Kerr's the goal scorer, and it really came out of nothing there. Kerr sensing that he had a chance of a shot from the edge of the area. Those Middlesbrough fans are delighted. Here it comes again. And you'll probably be able to watch it as closely as I can, because I didn't quite see Paul Birch coming in, or rather Paul Kerr coming in. There's the shot. Oh, and it might have taken a deflection. But a goal it was, and a fine goal too. So it's Middlesbrough 2, Aston Villa 1. And on aggregate, it's Middlesbrough 4, Villa 2. Now what can Villa conjure up from this? Here's Gray again, fed by Platt. Platt playing the ball through. This is Price. They'll want to go forward now, Aston Villa, in great numbers. But Borough bring the ball away through Baird, only as far as Gray though, the Villa goal scorer, coming on a substitute. And now Gray tries a chance. But Pears is equal to it. He knows that time is running out. In fact, it's run out for Aston Villa because Middlesbrough have won this Zenith Data Systems Cup Northern Final second leg tie by 2-1, and they've won a place at Wembley for the first time in the club's history, 4-2 on aggregate. Jubilant scenes here at Addison Park. The fans in this crowd confirmed that 20,606 swarming onto the field to congratulate their heroes.
At Wembley, Borough were destined to lose 1-0 to Chelsea. Meanwhile, the fight against relegation cost Bruce Rioch his job. For new manager Colin Todd, the moment of truth came against arch-rivals Newcastle on the final day of the league season. A match Borough had to win to avoid relegation to the old third division.
But of course, Borough can expect little favour from neighbours Newcastle United, who themselves must win if they are to have any chance of automatic promotion back to Division 1. Mickey, losing out to Proctor. Proctor with a shot. Oh, and well covered there by Stimpson. Mark Stimpson getting across him well. But Proctor taking it away from McGee on that left foot. Got his shot in, but didn't have a clean strike. So we continue now through Paul Kerr. That's a good cross from Kerr. Slaven's there. Oh, it's hit the post. It's there. A goal. The deadlock's broken. The combination of Paul Kerr and Bernie Slaven. And that's what the fans think of that. Here it is, a good cross this from Kerr. Burridge is beaten, the shot goes in off the post and then curls back into the net. An agonising moment or two there. Anderson, oh, a bad one there. Slaven getting in behind, he's taken it away from Burridge, and it's a goal! Baird, the scorer. The former Leeds marksman notches a second here for Middlesbrough. 65 minutes gone. It's Middlesbrough 2, Newcastle United 0. Anderson here in trouble. Not a good header from him. Slaven gets in on it. Burridge can't get possession. And Slaven just rolls it across for the simplest of goals by Ian Baird. That is 8th league goal of the season. Well, Newcastle United really in trouble now. Free kick given against Colin Cooper. So Brock with the free kick. Touched by Owen McGee. Oh, it's in! I think it's an own goal. Let's see that again. Brock fires it in. Yes, it came off McGee. 3 goals here. And this game really alight now. Baird. Chasing through, Baird shoots. Oh, what a goal! A tremendous finish there by Ian Baird. Well, we'll see that one again. He completely outstripped the defenders there. The ball played over the top. Bernie Slaven as always in support. Baird racing on. Hits it with that left foot from about 14 yards. Good turn, and good covering too. There's Scott. Free kick then. Given away by Anderson. Shot coming in. Oh, from Proctor, and there's a shot from Slaven. It's a goal! Right right on the 90-minute mark here. Tremendous shot from Proctor, hit the post. Lines this up from 20 yards. Butts against Burridge's post, and Slaven's the man who reacts first to round off the scoring surely in this game. He really hasn't got time to mess around here. Although the cause, of course, is lost. And there it is, the final whistle. Well, what a way to finish the season.
Middlesbrough had avoided relegation to the old third division. Victory would have counted for nothing had Bournemouth beaten Leeds, but news of Bournemouth's defeat at Dean Court confirmed Borough's great escape. The following season, Borough spent battling at the top end of the table, and their biggest win came against Leicester City.
Cooper to Baird, and now Hendry. Hendry does well. Oh, that's a great goal. Goal search this afternoon, and we're inside the box again, and that's number 3. Cooper's cross. Baird goes up here, Slaven inside the box. Lovely turn. Oh, wonderful goal. And that's a quickly taken free kick by Walker, and it's found Baird on this near side. Baird left-footed. Oh, goal number 5. James goes in quickly, and now we've got Hendry on the run again. And things opening up here, perhaps in Middlesbrough. Hendry. And there's Kerr.
Despite reaching the playoffs, Borough missed out on promotion, and Colin Todd made way for new boss Lenny Lawrence. '91-92 was a vintage season, and Borough almost made it to Wembley when they tackled Manchester United in the semi-finals of the League Cup, fighting back from a goal down in the second leg.
Just over the crossbar from Paul Wilkinson. Here goes Stuart Ripley. Parker trying to stick with him. Ripley is strong enough. Chance for Slaven! 5 minutes of the second half gone, and Middlesbrough are back in business. Bernie Slaven's equaliser starts a party behind Peter Schmeichel's goal. Wilkinson's header on. Hendry trying to get to it. Schmeichel committed. Hendry goalwards. Off the line by Gary Pallister. Saves Manchester United's bacon with a dramatic goal line clearance from John Hendry. Kernigan leading the breaker. Wilkinson. Pollock. Kernigan still forward. Space here for Bernie Slaven. Falconer, Kernigan, and Wilkinson are in the box. It's Willie Falconer. Wilkinson was so much better placed. Only once in the history of Middlesbrough made it to Wembley. 35,000 for themselves to the Zenit final 2 years ago. Only for Chelsea to spoil the party. Goodness knows how many would travel for an emotional reunion with Brian Clough on April the 12th. Pallister. Hendry. Falconer waiting. Got his head to it. Good save by Schmeichel. Just managed to smuggle it away from Wilkinson, but what a stop from Willie Falconer. And how on earth did Peter Schmeichel get to it? And it wasn't over there, and he had to get across to deny Wilkinson. A classic slugging match. Neil Webb. McClare's there, so too's Robson. It's Giggs! That could be the one!
The cup distractions left Borough with a lot to do in the race to reach the new Premier League. But the promotion battle was to continue, all the way to the final day of the season. It was all down to the final match at Molineux. Borough arrived in a three-way battle with Leicester City and Derby County for the second automatic promotion spot. With regular goalkeeper Stephen Pears ruled out by injury, Ian Ironside was called up for his first match of the season. The game went ahead despite an overnight arson attempt. It turned out to be a truly dramatic day in the club's history.
Burke, former Middlesbrough player, of course, Burke, and rolls that one inside for Paul Cook, and Birch's flick back, and here is Cook, and well, it could have gone in. Pollock with the free kick, it's going to come all the way back to him as well, and Pollock on the left foot, well, he thumped that one in. From Gittins this time, Phillips, who's had such a good season for Middlesbrough, and he pings these balls in with unerring accuracy down from Wilkinson off the crossbar. Wilkinson tried to volley it in, and Wolves have come away unscathed. It's still 0-0. Middlesbrough enjoying their share of attacking moments in the game as they do now, and Wilkinson rifles the shot in. It may even have flicked the crossbar, that one. There's so much at stake for Middlesbrough when you think they've been in the second division for the last 3 years, but they're under pressure. And Wilkinson and Madden's challenge on Wilkinson produces the free kick. Referee Don, who will shortly be in charge of the cup final, of course, firm in his decision. Laurie Madden there, and he wrestled Wilkinson to the ground. Did it happen inside or outside? Lenny Lawrence looks and wants the penalty, but the referee has given the free kick. Can Phillips do anything with it? Can Ripley do something? They are the two central figures here. Could be Phillips with the left foot. It is indeed, and he's clipped it. So are we heading for a goalless draw? Can Middlesbrough still snatch the victory that would guarantee them a place in the Premier Division? They're under pressure again as Cook hoists the ball forward. It'll fall here for Birch. Borough still living dangerously. Bull got the shot in, and then he remonstrates with Pollock. Pollock went across the Bull there. The Wolves striker took an instant dislike to that. And Nicky Mohan has been pulled out by referee Don as well. Paul Cook seems to be the one who is arguing more furiously than anybody. Well, Bull had to go for the shot, no question about that. The England striker furious about Pollock's intervention. And then Mohan, who has wrestled his way around the field with Cook. Cook gets a yellow card, but let's not forget that Mohan's already had a yellow. He's got a red now. And Middlesbrough must play out the rest of the game with 10 men. Still no goals in the game. Cook again involved for Wolves, swings the ball across, and Andy Butch has given Wolves the lead, and a priceless lead it may turn out to be as well. Hendry, Middlesbrough desperate for an equaliser in this match now. There's the firm header which the keeper has kept out, and it's Gittins who forces it through. And John Gittins, the man from Swindon, has got Middlesbrough back in it. Hendry's corner, and John Gittins, the tall defender, gets in after Falconer's header to force the ball through. So it's the Middlesbrough fans who are elated again. They can see that dream of Premier League football now coming closer and closer. Lenny Lawrence is on the pitch, talking to Jimmy Phillips, talking him through these closing moments of the game. Ideally, they would like a winner, though. They come again. Payton can't get there. Wilkinson slides it away for Ripley, who's had such an excellent season for Middlesbrough. Ripley's ball inside. Is this going to be a second opportunity for Middlesbrough? Could they win it here? They could! It's in off the upright! And a winning goal from Paul Wilkinson. It had to be him. It really did. Wilkinson has had a wonderful season for Middlesbrough, and his glancing header, surely now Lenny Lawrence knows his team is on their way through. This was the run that created the damage. Excellent work indeed there by Pollock. Wilkinson rounds it off. Middlesbrough are on their way up. They know it. And after 3 years of second division football, Middlesbrough seem destined now for the Premier League. That's it. The final whistle sounds. Jubilation on Teesside. Jubilation for all the Middlesbrough players, and what a dream start to his managerial career at Ayresome Park for Lenny Lawrence.
You know, we thought things had maybe gone against us with having Nicky sent off. We'd had a penalty we thought we deserved turned down, and you know, we kept going at it, even though we're down to 10 men. To score twice down to 10 men in the last 20 minutes was brilliant.
The Premier League campaign began in spectacular fashion, with Borough serving up their best performance of the season in their second home match against the champions Leeds United. Borough fans in a crowd of nearly 19,000 were in for a real treat.
Drifted into that penalty area, side, but it's there! Paul Wilkinson! Really a goal from nothing for Middlesbrough. Wilkinson slid in to convert the Tommy Wright cross, and he got that telling touch on the end of the ball, and Lukic was really helpless. Middlesbrough 1, Leeds United 0, after only 8 minutes of this game. Again, Middlesbrough breaking the long ball down, and into touch. Chris Fairclough not wanting to play the safe ball back to John Lukic. Lukic couldn't have picked it up, but Middlesbrough attacking. The ball back out wide, another cross. The header's in there, Wilkinson, it's 2-0. The same combination for Middlesbrough. 8.5 minutes gone at Ayresome Park. An amazing start for Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough 2, Leeds United 0. Middlesbrough lead 2-0, early stages of the second half. Phillips, left-footed, looking for the head of Wright. Wright heads it, it's a fine goal by Tommy Wright. He opens his account at Ayresome Park. It was a Phillips cross from the left. Wright rose, he's not the tallest of players, Tommy Wright, and he headed that ball into the top corner. Again, Lukic helpless, the third time in this game. Middlesbrough 3, Leeds United 0. Speed to throw down the line. Speed, who's dropped back into that position since Newsom has gone off as substitute. Talking of substitutes, Robbie Mustoe just taking his eye off the ball and not controlling, allowing Leeds a further chance to come forward. Wallace running at the heart of the Middlesbrough defence and drives one. Ironside goes down and collects, has to take it at the second time of asking, because in steamed Chris Fairclough, and he certainly was going to be looking to stab some loose ball home. But Ironside very quickly made up for the not so clean take, and Middlesbrough remain 3-0 ahead. Ball played through, looking for Hendry. Hendry against White. He's cutting inside. He's driving. It's Hendry. Middlesbrough 4, Leeds United 0. And the long through ball was touched on to Hendry. Hendry cut inside of White, and the Leeds fans can't believe what's happening to them. The Middlesbrough fans are in heaven. Hendry makes it. Middlesbrough 4, Leeds 0. Dorigo looking to get underneath that ball. Morris does, puts it into touch. And Dorigo to take the throw-in for Leeds United, who amazingly trail by 4-0. Ball played in, Cantona takes on his chest, a great chance for Leeds. Cantona gets the goal back for Leeds. Really, the ball dropped over the top of the Middlesbrough defence. They should have done better with that. Cantona found himself with a couple of feet of space, controlled on his chest, and gave Ironside no chance. 23 minutes into the second half, Leeds United pull a goal back. Middlesbrough 4, Leeds United 1.
Victory over Leeds was a stunning high point in a season that sadly ended in relegation. After missing out on the playoffs in the following season, the Lenny Lawrence era was over. Chairman Steve Gibson put the club's ambitions in the hands of Brian Robson, who took over as a new player manager in May of 1994.
Let's hope that somewhere along the line we can get back in the Premier League where Middlesbrough deserves to be.
Expectations were clearly sky high right from the start, and Robson wasted no time giving his new fans plenty to cheer about. Robbo was destined to make a dream start to his managerial debut.
Little header, Wilkinson, Hendry, always danger when Hendry gets it, Hendry still going, still Hendry, it's all going his way, that's for certain.
And Pollock's cross and Wilkinson's header, and it's Middlesbrough 1, Bolton 0. Glorious stuff from Paul Wilkinson.
Now then, Uwe Fuchs at the other end, running clear again, and he's beaten Jones to it, and he could score here. He has! Uwe Fuchs' second goal in 2 games, and Middlesbrough have surely won this important match now.
Strong running player, nicely intercepted by Mustow. He's got more to the left. Will he try the shot? He does. Oh, there's a roll! What a goal! Absolute stunner. What a way to celebrate your 200th senior appearance.
Robson weighs up the options, brings White into play instead. Port Vale have got a lot of men back. White in possession. Still with White. Square for Robson. Goal! Brian Robson, the boss, gets his first goal and leading right from the very front.
Here's a chance at the other end immediately for Fjortoft, and he's onside this time. Shot and covering. Fjortoft the shot. Fjortoft the goal. Great goal. That's why they signed him.
Just like predecessor Lenny Lawrence, Robson delivered promotion at the first attempt, secured in the final league match at Ayresome Park, an historic occasion witnessed by unprecedented scenes at the old stadium.
Pearson, Vickers all up there. Blackmore's corner towards Pearson, he got a knock on there. Fjortoft to scrap forward the line again. And it was Robson in there once more. They've got a penalty. It's a penalty to Middlesbrough. Cox for 1-0. Good save. The follow-up, and Kelvin Davis denies Borough. Borough corner to the last minute of the first half. Only half away. Hendry was challenging. Pearson scrapping as well. Hendry opening up room. And it's a goal! Middlesbrough have taken the lead. Hendry's shot, and Ayresome Park erupts right on the stroke of half-time. And Borough, who've been pushing and pushing, have got the breakthrough. John Hendry.
Well, Hendry does well here. Ball comes out to him, he runs across the goal, and it takes a deflection. His shot here deflects off Marshall, I think it is, back there in a defensive position. Unfortunate for Luton, unfortunate for the goalkeeper, but a little bit of good fortune for Middlesbrough, which is probably no more than they deserve, because they've not had the best of luck in situations earlier.
A few men square for anything touchdowns. It's lifted in towards Taylor. It's goal. Equaliser. They're appealing the Borough players, but it's in from John Taylor. That's 1-1. Cox into Hendry. Fjortoft. Hendry through. Hendry. That's another excellent save from Kelvin Davis, and another chance that Middlesbrough don't convert. A little bit of inhibition into the play now that wasn't there earlier. Robson, nothing inhibited about him, surely. Moore, he can win a game. Pollock, he's the sort of person they'll look to really push on. Pollock bursting through the men there, and White supporting as well, and still with White, and Hendry! Goal! Borough! John Hendry! Hendry's second, and Middlesbrough back in charge. John Hendry, who's done so much over the years, puts the smile back on the Middlesbrough supporters. And they can't stop celebrating down there.
Well, terrific positive run here from Pollock. He goes through, he's fouled there. The referee, in fairness, allows advantage. Derek White does terrific here, keeps his composure, cuts it back. John Hendry, one-touch control, and then just clips it into the corner. Full credit to Derek White here, who does brilliant. Controls it on the line, looks up, doesn't just smash it across the goal, picks out John Hendry, and John Hendry just passes it into the goal.
John Hendry, the man who scored the 2 goals. Fantastic match for you. Yeah, I mean, the crowd are coming out in force today, and it was a bit emotional. I mean, going to new ground and what have you. But this is the best atmosphere I've played in Ayresome Park. It's fantastic.
The final victory at Ayresome Park proved enough to send Borough up as champions. A fitting farewell to the club's home for the previous 92 years. The final goodbye came 2 weeks later, when Borough paraded their silverware at the Stephen Pearce testimonial. Skipper Nigel Pearson leading the victory parade. Promotion to the Premiership was the perfect housewarming party for Borough's new home. And the first match at the new Selnat Riverside Stadium was another glorious milestone, as Borough added the famous scalp to their collection.
Touch. Come off. Middlesbrough, who got off to such a wonderful start at Highbury last Sunday. It's some beautiful football. The first foul of the match there, conceded by Chelsea. And Miller quickly takes the free kick. Barnby. Fiatov, oh, beautiful ball to Barnby. He's through on goal, squares it, 1-0. Craig Hignett, the scorer. And the stadium erupts. Just look at this, first time layoff by Fiatov. Barnby racing through. I think Craig Hignett had given, he's running in support out of the picture now, but I think he'd given up. He thought Barnby was going to go all the way. Here comes the cross, a right-footed shot into the top right-hand corner. Karim, no chance at all. It's Middlesbrough 1, Chelsea 0. Steve. Gets it through for Spencer. Good tight work from him. Middlesbrough get it away now, 3 against 2. Hignett on the charge, Fiatov to the left. Plays it to the right to Barnby. Fiatov wants it on his head. 2-0! Oh, what a finish! Another perfect goal, and there's that windmill flight plan of his, celebrating his first goal of the season. Clinical, precise, a magic finish. Ball played allowed. Here's Barnby. Fiatov now is calling for the ball in the centre. He looks up, chips it in, and a perfect first-time shot, wrong-footing the goalkeeper. And Sinclair. It's Middlesbrough 2, Chelsea 0.
Well, Craig, your 60th league goal is one that will forever be in history.
Yeah, it will. Yeah, to score it at a stadium like this, with the day it was just a dream for me.
For Borough's fans, meanwhile, the dream was only just beginning. The expectations on Teesside reached new levels when Borough welcomed one of their most popular signings in the club's history. The eyes of the world were very much on the Selnat Riverside Stadium on the day Juninho made his debut against Leeds United, watched by a new and colourful army of excited fans and his proud parents, who were also making their home on Teesside.
Oh, Kelly's missed it. Now Juninho could be away. He's away from McAllister. Slips it through towards Fjortoft. Great chance for Middlesbrough. And it's a goal for Middlesbrough. And Juninho makes his presence felt 10 minutes into his debut. There's a volcanic eruption at the Riverside Stadium as Middlesbrough open the scoring, and the Brazilian makes his first real impact.
Here goes Phil Stamp. It was his run that started the... Oh, and the keeper's lost it! Forward! And Juninho
The Riverside revolution was gathering pace, and there were more superstar signings to come. '96-97 was a truly remarkable campaign, and it began in remarkable fashion when summer signings Fabrizio Ravanelli and the Brazilian Emerson both made their debut in the opening match against Liverpool. Another big investment by Borough chairman Steve Gibson.
Mark Wright to take it. Oh, he's in there, yes! Sticking at Bjornaby. That wasn't in the Middlesbrough script. Won by Babb. John Barnes. Here's Emerson. Here's Janino. Curtis Fleming galloping down that left touchline in support. Back to Janino. Mark Wright's come out to confront him. Janino. Oh, must be a penalty. Liverpool in furious protest, but it's a penalty and it's a yellow card, I think possibly for McManaman. It's not immediately clear. And the ball to be placed on the penalty spot by Fabrizio Ravanelli. This to open his account in English football. Ravanelli gets his first goal courtesy of the penalty. It's one apiece, and the Italian winding up the crowd. The white feather signals his arrival on Teesside, and he's asking the crowd for more. He just went for pure power. Michael Thomas. Collymore holding off Pearson. Here's McAteer. John Barnes, beautifully done by Barnes. Wonderful goal, absolutely magnificent. Middlesbrough trying to keep the pressure on. It's a pressure cooker atmosphere. Here's Cox into the 6-yard box. Ravanelli. Well, he may earn himself a rebuke from the FA because you're not actually supposed to bare your chest in the Premiership this season. But Ravanelli unable to resist his customary salute to a goal. Middlesbrough rewarded for their persistence. Cox bursting forward. Ravanelli sliding it in from the edge of the 6-yard box. Collymore. Barnes quick to spot an opening. Bjornaby. Michael Thomas on it first. Bjornaby can try again. Fowler! Robbie Fowler! 3-2 Liverpool. So much expected of a side who on Teesside are trying so hard to emulate Tyneside. Janino, crowd shouting to warn him that McManaman was arriving. Here's Musto trying to burst through. Ravanelli, yes! It's a hat-trick. It's 3-3.
A rollercoaster season was underway. Liverpool will be back to face Ravanelli at the Riverside in the Coca-Cola Cup, a competition packed with brilliant Borough goals.
Emerson. Plenty of possession. Emerson shoots! Oh, I say!
Still again, Ravanelli, back, yes! Musto to Juninho. Teasing Elliott again. And Ravanelli, it's 3-1. That'll do it. And no goal will be celebrated more than that one. It surely means the quarter-finals now. Easy one for James. Oh, could be in trouble here. This is Hignett. And he's done it! Craig Hignett! A tall clearance by David James. And Hignett, well, he picked the ball up, but he still had plenty to do. Craig Hignett will take this corner. Steve Vickers. Derek White has come up. That is Vickers! And Borough have two!
Borough en route to their first major cup final at Wembley. Meanwhile, with Premiership survival hanging in the balance, Borough served up their most impressive league display of the season in a real six-pointer against Derby County.
Here's Juninho, Hignett, Fleming, well driven. And Allan again trying to release Dean Sturridge. Here for handball. Sturridge turning one, then the other way, and that's a very good block, which fell kindly to the Australian goalkeeper. Rowett. It's a good ball to Mikkel Beck, Ravanelli in the middle, must score! Unbelievable. Atmosphere getting a little heated in the crowd if we're not on the pitch. Beck and Ravanelli wait to go, and Holt didn't see where it came from. And it's Kindo who scores, and Russell Holt's unhappy spell in the Derby goal continues. Just didn't see it. It may have got a slight deflection, I think. And Middlesbrough have the lead. Musto. Beck. Emerson. Seamatch. And it runs on to Dean Sturridge. That's a good save by the goalkeeper. Saw the danger quickly, was well out, and stretched well to claim it. Emerson. Beck has made the run down the left, diagonal run from Ravanelli. He and Seamatch together. Ravanelli! Shouldn't have been, but it is, and he's made up for the error of the first half. Emerson, who made the break, was a really good diagonal run, but Seamatch was goal side of him and forced him across, and the ball underneath the goalkeeper. Musto. Juninho. Emerson. Hignett! Emerson, who played it through. Beck maybe got a little touch, and Hignett had got between two defenders. And this time didn't think about anybody coming up on either side. He was absolutely sure it was his task to put it in the net, and that he did. 3-0 Middlesbrough. 5 in the box for Derby. Chance for a break by Middlesbrough if Juninho plays it. Here's Ravanelli, and Beck coming in from the other side. Should be 4. And is. Well, they pushed so many men forward, Derby County. It was just a question of whether Juninho here would play it correctly. He did, so did Ravanelli. But Beck take his time and provide the finish. No question now, it's the best victory of the season. Ravanelli is onside. Good save. No chance to recover. It's 5. He wants to tell the world. Early ball from Hignett. Tonight, when everyone in the Middlesbrough side wants to get on the score sheet, it would seem. Juninho again. Mustn't pass it. What he does to Ravanelli. At one stage looked offside, but now completes his hat-trick. They're being torn apart. And Middlesbrough have scored 3 times in the space of 4 minutes. Again, a quality finish, and the goalkeeper left bereft of cover. Sturridge, Steenrats. Oh, it's beautifully placed. Paul Simpson.
6-1 then the final score, and Borough conquered Derby again 3 days later in the FA Cup to set up a classic semi-final with giant killers Chesterfield.
Ravanelli. Show his own strength. Emerson drilling it in towards Juninho, didn't quite come off.
Well, but plenty of blue shots. I mean, that's a good thing that they've got to get through so many.
That's seized on by Morris, not the first time he's done that to good effect. Davis, attack back. And they've got a problem here because Kinder will be off. Already booked, he's got to go. Absolutely no doubt in that. Middlesbrough are down to 10 men.
They've just got to keep doing what they were doing, Mark. I mean, I don't like the way they're just popping it about. Why stop playing it in there and put them under pressure? I mean, that's the one thing. When they start to believe they can pass it about, no. They've done all right the way they've been playing. Carry on doing it. That's better. Howard behind Blackmore.
Davis! It's a goal for Morris! It's a goal for Andy Morris and Chesterfield! In the 9th minute of the second half! Ravanelli twisting it back to Juninho. Great stop by Hewitt, and Morris. Can he hold off Fester? Still Morris. This terrific play brought down. David Ellery thinks and gives Chesterfield a penalty kick. And I was talking to John Duncan an hour before the kick-off. He says we haven't got a penalty taker. And he's passed the responsibility to the captain.
Well, if you're not sure, lad, the only ones I can offer that, just smash it.
Sean Dyche. He smashed it all right. Chesterfield lead Middlesbrough by 2 goals to 0.
Well, they're down Middlesbrough, but they're not out. This game is, I don't believe it's beyond them. They've got to work extremely hard. They've got to have belief. It's certainly not beyond them, though.
Emerson. And Blackmore with a chance to pull one back. Ravanelli has done it.
Well, it's not beyond them, even less so now. So important for Middlesbrough to get the goal back. Great run from Blackmore, who goes really untracked for about the first time in the match. Somebody goes to sleep. Emerson's ball's a super one. Look at this. Not his strong side, but he plays a great ball in. That's great delivery. And Ravanelli just muscles his way in. He knows any touch on this, and I'm going to score. and that's what he gets. Not the most convincing of touches, but a most important one.
This is Davis. Hewitt is there. And it comes for Howard. Can they get another one? Off the other side of the bar.
Linesman's flagging.
The linesman has got the flag up.
He's given the goal. Linesman's given a goal. What is the referee giving? Or is he giving offside? This linesman was flagging and then ran away to the halfway line. What was going on there? Is someone offside? No. He's certainly not offside. Fleming's playing him on. Now, does this cross the line? The linesman said it did, but it's not been given. I can't.
David Ellery was in a position there where he might have given an offside verdict.
Why would he if he's not?
Well, referees have done that before.
Oh, they have, admittedly. Well, that's a big decision again, isn't it? And this time it hasn't gone Chesterfield's way.
And here's Juninho. Penalty for Middlesbrough.
Well,
it's incident upon incident here.
What a game. Full of incident. It's Sean Dyche, the skipper. And Juninho looks to push it past him. Well, is he in the box or not? It's half blocked. I think both penalties were kind to the attacker.
It's Craig Hignett to take it. And Middlesbrough, who looked down and out, 2-0 down, are back at 2-2. And they've done it with 10 men.
Well, it's not the best penalty I've seen, but it's in the net. And as far as Craig Hignett's concerned, that's the most important thing. Goalkeeper goes the right way. And I think it's because it's near to him. Actually goes under his body. Look at that, goes under his body. Had that been a couple of feet away from him, they saved that.
Juninho. That was a brave block from Curtis. Juninho teasing and taunting again. Ravanelli. Vickers! Oh, it bounced out. It's in from Festa. And in this epic FA Cup semi-final, Middlesbrough are in front for the first time. 10 minutes into extra time. And the first semblance of a smile from Brian Robson.
The little Brazilian again is the one at the back. Look at that. Again he looks for Ravanelli. Vickers thinks he scored. Juninho, frustrated, it goes above him. But what a cool head from a centre-back. A white-hot situation. But Festa controls it, takes his time, and drills it down the middle. What a comeback from Middlesbrough.
Has got a race here. Beaumont. Good early cross. Very good early cross. Hewitt! Jamie Hewitt! The lad from Chesterfield!
A truly incredible cup tie left Borough frustrated, but victory followed in the replay.
Juninho wants the ball played to him. Ravanelli spots out Emerson!
Borough made it 2 Wembley Cup finals in one season, but the amazing exploits ended without a trophy, and incredibly with relegation to the First Division. The controversial 3 points deducted by the FA when Borough pulled out of a match at Blackburn proved decisive.
Wallace. There is no last day miracle for Middlesbrough. They had to win at Ellen Road, and for all the efforts of Juninho, Brian Robson's side couldn't do that. They went a goal down to Brian Dean's header. Juninho's deflected shots gave them renewed hope. The draw, not enough.
We've given it our best effort this week, and you know, in the 4 games we're unbeaten. It's a bit difficult to take.
In a remarkable show of support, the fans urged Brian Robson to keep their dreams alive. And it worked as Robbo renewed his ambitions to get Borough back in the Premiership.
But that's football, and what you've got to do is you pick yourself up, and you have a few weeks on the beach moping about because of the disappointments, but then you get on with life again next season and you rise to the challenge and you try to succeed the next time round.
With Juninho departed and Ravanelli soon to be on his way, Paul Merson became the centre of attraction on Teesside. Borough's new look lineup hungry to succeed in both league and cup.
You'll be happy here, son.
Connolly keeping it on, just Emerson nodding it into the path of Beck. Beck hooking it over his shoulder, Merson's on the charge, a real chance, and he's finished it.
Paul Merson, played behind Moore, but it's Emerson!
Man of the match then is Paul Merson. Craig Harrison whips in a good ball far side. Hignett could end it here. Hignett goal! Game, set, match. Hignett strikes.
Emerson got in, Beck's in, and now Emerson's on his way, and there's one man on his right. He might seek to feed him through. It's a good ball in. Merson to make it 4. 4 it is.
Beck has been able to take advantage of the mistake by Scott. Ormrod is forward. And that's number 3.
On the right though, Middlesbrough moving forward. Jaime Moreno takes it. Moreno inside the box. Moreno back. Yes! 3-0! Oh, robbed by Hignett. Now a real break on for Middlesbrough. Merson for Beck. This is a great chance for Mikkel Beck. And he's taken it. Super finish, Mikkel Beck. And Borough are in the lead.
Madison's kick. Merson. It's great control, and he's let in Hignett! And surely it's all over now. And Middlesbrough have clinched their place in the semi-finals.
But again, they did well, Middlesbrough, and here's Andy Townsend. Beck wants it, but Andy Townsend held it up because he felt that Beck was going to be onside. But here's a great run by Merson. Here's a great chance for Middlesbrough now. And it's a terrific goal!
A crucial away goal in a 2-1 defeat at Anfield gave Borough hope in the second leg.
On the ball, Andy Townsend. First touch from Marco Branca. Ince, the man who recommended Branca to Middlesbrough, a great friend, of course, of Brian Robson and a former colleague of both Festa and Branca at Inter Milan. This is Mikkel Beck. Turn passes from Hignett. Beck. Now is it clipped there by Matteo? Yes. Penalty for Middlesbrough. Inside of 90 seconds, it was Jamie Carragher who caught him.
Well, this could be the start they want to win it. Some great interplay there between Hignett and Beck. Beck drives for the box. Carragher coming from the outside. I hate to see defenders doing that. Has no alternative but to chop him. Obviously a penalty.
Carragher, starting a match in the Liverpool defence for only the second time tonight, has given Paul Merson the opportunity to give Middlesbrough the perfect start. The aggregate scores are level. David James beaten before he could even get a touch of the ball. Paul Merson has scored the penalty. And Middlesbrough have made a dream start. Header away by Hartness, finds Fowler. Cut out by Pearson, on by Ince, saw McManaman getting forward. Instead it's Robbie Fowler. Looking for Björneby overlapping, and finding only Kind there. And Merson has picked out Branca, and here's a great chance for the Italian. It's 2-0 to Middlesbrough! And Marco Branca has scored 3 minutes into his debut.
And is that his first kick in England? Well, I mean, he gets between the two centre-halves here. Look at the centre-half, no marking. Great threaded ball there by Merson, and he tucks it between James's legs. But that's a superb ball. Terrible marking at the back. Liverpool's weakness, if they have one, is the way the centre-halves, I think, mark people. You know, don't mark people. There's a first-class example.
Robbie Fowler trying to strike back immediately, forcing a save from Mark Schwarzer. What a start we've had here. Middlesbrough have a corner kick. And the wind in their sails. Merson's penalty followed immediately by Branca's stunning debut goal. Merson takes the corner. Oh, almost a free header there for Gianluca Festa. Partner stepping out with some menace. Finding McManaman, now Fowler. Robbie Fowler. Well, Schwarzer could only help it round. McManaman trying to slip it through towards Riedler. Made by Vickers. Harkness. Björneby. Ince. It's Björneby. Came off Musto for a Liverpool corner.
Good blocking that because Björneby can whip a good ball around the corner, and I tell you what, Musto, him and Townsend for me have been phenomenal in the middle of the field.
This gives you some indication of the sort Liverpool are mounting. Oh, and a great chance there too for Karl-Heinz Riedler, and his header squirted maybe a yard wide of Mark Schwarzer's left-hand post. Liverpool in their 10th League Cup semi-final, a record. In need of some divine intervention now. McManaman takes it quickly towards Karl-Heinz Riedler. Vickers is the defender. Doesn't stand on ceremony. 3 minutes of added time play. Middlesbrough, who were 3 minutes away from winning this competition last year, will have another chance. Third time lucky. Middlesbrough are going to get a chance to find out.
I can't believe it. I just can't take in such concentration in that match. Try and get a job done into the defensive side of it. I'm in a bit of shock.
The fans have been fantastic. I mean, the atmosphere here tonight, and that they got behind the lads great. But tonight as well, we can't forget the effort that these players have put in. I mean, it was tremendous effort and discipline that they put into the game, and that's why they've got to another Wembley final.
It's a tough challenge we've got ahead of us. The players know that, not just the Cup final, but I think they want the Premiership so badly at this club, and they deserve it.
Gazza's first day out is the Coca-Cola Cup final at Wembley. A third trip to the Twin Towers for the Borough inside 12 months. Gazza will start on the bench, insisting he doesn't want to gatecrash the party.
Ricard could have a chance for them here. It's going to take something special. But Paul Merson's capable of that. Into the wall, it could have gone anywhere. It's gone for a goal kick. He thinks it should be a corner. He doesn't mind because he is back on the big stage again. Paul Gascoigne, after an absence of 7 years from English football, is about to come on in a cup final with 64 minutes gone. Gazza is welcomed back to Wembley. Dennis Wise. Still got his cross in. It's a goal. But he's in trouble here. Matteo steps in and maybe clinches victory for Chelsea.
Another Wembley heartbreak. But in the league, once again, it all came down to the final match of the season. Victory over Oxford was needed to claim the all-important runners-up spot and promotion to the Premiership.
Pearson took them off the face there. Again, that battle between the big fella Francis and Pearson. This is Gilchrist. He's come under pressure and it's well won by Hignett. Armstrong up in support if he can find him. He looks instead to Paul Merson! Armstrong. Townsend here looking to make up ground for Middlesbrough. Merson shot! Merson, Gascoigne pushing up to his left, wants to go alone and chip the goalkeeper. He's unlucky for Merson. Well, the tension is almost unbearable.
Just wide of that right hand upright. And the goalkeeper was beat.
Oxford were a top division club 10 years ago. And here is Armstrong, he's onside, can he score? The Riverside Stadium erupts! In one fell swoop, Alan Armstrong has lifted the tension, and now the automatic promotion dream is on.
What a deafening noise here. That's the breakthrough they were praying for in the dressing room at half-time. The goalkeeper comes and stops, decides to hold his ground 5 yards out. Armstrong realises he's got time, takes a touch, picks his spot, composure, in off the post, and 1-0, Borough bench go berserk.
And within 2 minutes of the restart, the mood here has been transformed. Marsh here looking to swing fortunes back in not only Oxford's favour but Sunderland's too. And this really is the area of the game where Middlesbrough now have to keep their cool. They've got the breakthrough that they long for. Can they add to it? Merson set up the opener for Armstrong. Can he do it again? Yes, he can! What a dramatic start to the second half!
Watch him give Armstrong a chance to readjust his position. He waits, then delivers. Paul Merson gives him time to spin to the far post, to elude the defender, and it's a simple tap in. And Robson, wow, get the champagne on ice. What a start to the second half, Rob. Incredible.
Looking here for Merson, and the header back from Marsh. And Gilchrist could have afforded to leave it, but didn't. And Fleming keeps the pressure on Hignett. Could it be three? In off the post. Promotion now surely settled. Craig Hignett, the scorer, celebrates with double strike Alan Armstrong.
Is that his last goal for Middlesbrough? Hignett has made it clear he doesn't want to leave. Maybe with Borough now surely in the Premiership, we'll have to find another club, but what a cool finish. In off the post, and really the party begins. Super play again. Fleming just threads it through, perfectly timed run, has a little check and chucks it away in off the post.
It's a lot more relaxed here now. There were furrowed brows in the first half when news was filtering through from the county ground, but party time is just beginning in Teesside. Hignett. Fleming.
Really is a different Middlesbrough now, isn't it? Confidence flowing, everyone wants the ball, the passes are joining up.
Here goes Gascoigne looking for Merson, and it's fallen again. Hignett! And the Premiership now can throw open its doors and welcome Middlesbrough.
Well, I have to say, I'm delighted for this fella. Look at the joy in his face, and what a strike this is. Kisses goodbye maybe, but he'll remember this moment. This is a fantastic strike. On the right foot, ping, top corner. And out
comes Italian classical music again here at the Riverside. Merson, I think, just helps this on. But what about this for a finish? Pure power, pace, finds the back of the net. And really, what a party's going on here all afternoon and tonight.
And the party well underway now.
And they deserve it, Rob. The heart breaks at Wembley, and now it's all smiles. Francis, here's Beecham. And the cross here to Nicky Benjan. And disappointment for Schwarzer. They're not going to keep a clean sheet in their final game of the season. And Middlesbrough, like Nottingham Forest, have bounced back at the first attempt. Brian Robson's team promoted back to the Premiership.
I can't be more delighted for the fans who have been absolutely superb this year. I think the players have done themselves justice, they've been fantastic, and the club's back where it belongs, in the Premiership.
Are you looking forward to playing in the Premiership?
Yeah, it's a dream now. I come to Middlesbrough because that's what it's about, Premiership football, and we're there now.
What a way to go out, you know. 4 goals, we played brilliant second half, and just overcome with emotions, fantastic.
2 goals.
The day is all about the fans, and when you're in, I can't think of a more enjoyable 30 minutes or a greater experience than the last 30 minutes of the game today and 10 minutes after it. They were absolutely magnificent, and when we have real success here, it's going to be extraordinary.
Brian Robson looking out with pride.
Borough were back in business, and the top 10 finish in their first season back in the Premiership would guarantee a place in the top flight at the start of the new millennium. The pick of the final chapter, a spectacular achievement at Old Trafford.
Andy Townsend, Neil Maddison. Rickard shoots from distance. Oh, he needed the save. What a good strike by the Colombian international. Quite prepared to have a dip from what must have been fully 30 yards. Middlesbrough's run of 10 matches unbeaten has included just 4 victories and 6 draws. Oh, he left it, Gary Neville. Dean, Rickard, what a mistake. Middlesbrough have taken the lead. Rickard taps in his 13th goal of the season, and it's stunned 3/4 of Old Trafford. Gary Neville may have had to stretch, but he seemed to make a conscious decision to leave it. Schmeichel couldn't stretch to claim it, and there was no difficulty for the Colombian. 24 minutes gone in the first half, and Gary Neville having to explain why he took the decision that he did. United organised their defence. Andy Townsend, left-footed. It's won by Johnson. Dean Gordon! Oh, yes! Middlesbrough lead 2-0. A real thunderbolt from the left foot of Dean Gordon. Scored his first goal for the club against Coventry in November, and he's come up with his second, and it's an absolute cracker. On the volley, and it bounced just in front of Peter Schmeichel. And there's nothing wrong with this scoreline. Middlesbrough deserved the 2-0. And you've got to go back to January the 18th, 1930, to find the last time that Middlesbrough won a league game at Old Trafford. 3-0 the score, and they failed to win in the league on their last 23 visits. But maybe today Beckham. Well, Manchester United are in need of inspiration from someone. Sheringham to Giggs, great header, goal kick. David Beckham. Andy Cole, Sheringham. Well, who was it who got in the timely tackle as Sheringham was thinking he was going to score? Gary Pallister. Giggs. Cole. Received it with his back to goal. He still had a lot to do. Oh, misjudgment again by Gary Neville. Rickard. Here's Brian Deane. It's 3. Oh, Middlesbrough, 3-0 up at Old Trafford. Schmeichel can only shake his head and wonder what's going on in front of him. And what is going on in front of him is that defenders are making mistakes. Gary Neville seemed to be at fault again there, and he was for the first goal. Philip Neville didn't win it. Brian Deane left to knock in a shot across the face of Peter Schmeichel and give us a scoreline of Manchester United 0, Middlesbrough 3. Sheringham tries to get underneath it, won by Pallister. Beckham, Roy Keane, Philip Neville. There's a lot of red shirts. Oh yes, Nicky Butt. Just when the Middlesbrough fans were singing we're going to win the league. It's not a song that visiting supporters often have the impudence to sing at Old Trafford. Keane, Scholes, Cole turns, Scholes! We're back to 3-2. Cole turned, but it was a good challenge on him by Dean Gordon, but the little poacher who does it for club and country has got United back within 1 goal now of Middlesbrough. Schwarzer, Gary Pallister didn't want it, stolen by Andy Cole. Is this the chance? He saved it over the crossbar by Vickers. Cole with the chance to make it 3-3.
But Borough hold on for a famous victory at Old Trafford, a feat no other Premiership team could match before the turn of the century.